In this video, we're going to learn a beautiful technique for solving some first-order differential equations called integrating factor method. To develop this, I'm going to start with a reminder of how the product rule works with implicit differentiation. So we're going to consider differentiating something like x squared times y using the product rule. So what do we get if we differentiate this? We'll consider this to be my u and this to be my v. I'd get u v dash, so that's x squared dy by dx, plus u dash v, so that's 2xy. Okay, so that's just a reminder of what the product rule looks like when we've got an implicit product. So bearing that in mind, let's think about this. If I had reversed that question, said, what do we need to differentiate to get x squared dy by dx plus 2xy? Can you see that you can kind of, and we've just done it, so you know what the answer is, but can you see you can kind of spot that this is a product rule? Because what I have is x squared times dy by dx, and then I've got the derivative of the 2x there, and then the integral of that there. It's basically sitting in the form u v dash plus u dash v. So if I posed the question to you, what differentiated gives you that? You could have probably reverse engineered that. Now, here's how we can use that. Suppose I gave you this equation here, which is a differential equation, right? It's got dy by dx, x's and y's. How do we solve it? Well, one way of solving it is to spot that this left-hand side is the derivative of x squared y. Now, the right-hand side is just 5, so that's fine. So we've got the derivative of x squared y equals 5. But if the derivative of x squared y is 5, that means that x squared y must be the integral of 5, which is 5x plus c. And we've basically solved the differential equation because I now don't have any derivatives anymore. Just to recap that, if the derivative of a thing is 5, then that thing must be the integral of 5. Now, all we do to polish this up is say, well, y equals, let's see, 5x divided by x squared is 5 over x, and then c over x squared, and that would be the general solution to that differential equation. So what does this tell us? It tells us that there are certain situations where we have two things added together which are actually just the result of applying the product rule to some function of x times y. And if we ever have something there which is just the result of applying the product rule to a function of x times y, we can just integrate it. So have a think about how we might do this one. In fact, if you haven't done it already, pause the video and try to see if you can figure this one out. All right, what we can spot here is if x to the 4 is our u, then 4x cubed is u dash. And if y is our v, then dy by dx is v dash, which means the left-hand side is the derivative of x to the 4 times y. Let's just check that. U v dash plus u dash v. Okay, so the derivative of x to the 4y must be 5, or is 5. So that means x to the 4y must be the integral of 5. So that's 5x plus c, and therefore y is, well, 5x over x to the 4 is 5 over x cubed. And then we've got a plus c over x to the 4. Pretty neat, right? Now that's all well and good, but what about when we have something like this? Well, forget about this for now and just look at the left-hand side. Is there anything which differentiates straight to this? Well, the problem is if you differentiate x cubed, you don't get 4x squared, you get 3x squared. So we can't say this is our u and this is our u dash. That could be our v, that could be our v dash, but the u's don't work. Okay, so how would we solve this? Well, notice that this is actually just a rearrangement of what we had before. So all we need to do is multiply through by x, and we have exactly the same problem that we had on the previous page. Now, why did I show you that? Because this, by the way, is now just that problem there. It's exactly the same as before. So why am I showing you just an algebraic rearrangement? Well, it's because I want to show you that in certain situations, multiplying through by something clever turns it into a situation where you can basically do reverse product rule. So from here, it's just the same as the previous one. That's the derivative of x to the 4y. Therefore, x to the 4y is 5x plus c, and y is 5 over x cubed plus c over x to the 4. So in this instance, x, multiplying through by x, was like the magic function which turned the left-hand side into something I could apply reverse product rule to. So what's our challenge? Our challenge is to take something like this and say, what magic function do I need to multiply through so that the left-hand side is just the result of applying the product rule to y times some function of x? Now, definitely have a go at this now. So in this case, and by the way, in the next video, I'm going to teach you how to do this, but it's really fun to kind of puzzle this out now. In this case, the magic function is x squared, and I'll show you where that comes from in the next video. But why is that a magic function? Well, if you multiply the left-hand side by x squared, and you multiply the right-hand side by x squared, what do we get? We get x squared dy by dx, plus if you multiply this through by x squared, you get 2xy, and here you get 3x squared. And why is that the clever thing to multiply through by? Well, look, now we do have something which is the results for applying the product rule, because here's u dash, here's v dash. This is the derivative of x squared y. And if the derivative of x squared y is 3x squared, well, it means that x squared y must be the integral of that, which is x cubed plus c. And that means that y is equal to x plus c over x squared. There's a general solution. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how to do this in general. If we ever have dy by dx plus some function of x times y equals some function of x, what's the magic function that turns the left-hand side into some product rule? Because if it's product rule, we can just undo it really easily. So see you in the next video where we'll figure out how to do that.